Yo guys, welcome to the video. This is Josh or Milky, and in today's video, just a quick intro to the reveal for the Torchlight Infinite season. This is going to be like the uncut version, well, the live reaction. I will do a follow-up video on all the things that I noticed that were kind of the big shifters of what we saw from the reveal. Also, we did receive the patch notes, and TLIDB is apparently updated. I got told when I woke up today. So yeah, we've got a lot of information very early. I do know that the dev team is also away for a little bit now, so the patch notes should remain pretty much the same, at least for the next week. Reveal is on the, the season does launch on the 10th or the 11th, depending if you're from EU or not. And I have to say, it's been a while since I've been this excited about a Torchlight season. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy every season, but it's kind of, for me, it's just, I'll get there, I'll play, I'll have a good time. This one, they really did pull out some amazing stuff. They finally, the biggest thing for me, even though it doesn't really affect me, is they finally given new players at least one seasonal pack spirit, so you can now find a bit of content you enjoy and get the seasonal pack spirit for it and engage with it more. I think that's really cool. They added a ton of new legendaries. They did a new system on the talent tree where you get some jewels almost that affect all the things in the radius. Just some really, really awesome stuff. New hero, new combo skills. And even the mechanic. The mechanic just looks like loot heaven, right? It's just, all it is pure loot. It's not like a specific outer map, inner map. You just go in, you kill monsters, you get loot. It's just like a blaster mechanic by the looks of it. And the whole idea is that you get these stacking modifiers that make it even more loot. So if you're a big fan of that clockwork mechanic kind of back in the day, or you liked the carjack mechanic last league, this seems like very much more of the same. And yeah, in a sea of ARPGs trying to get some consistency back, Torchlight just keeps going strong every 3 months, bringing out banger leagues. And they really did this league. I was very surprised by how much they actually put in. I might sound like I'm glazing, and I don't normally. If you see that as me just being a glazer, you can. But as I say, I don't normally get that excited for Torchlight leagues anymore. But this one, yeah, this one looks really, really, really good. It looks like there's a ton of builds to play. I could go on forever, and I'm sure I will in another video, but that's going to be it for now. Enjoy this video of the live reaction, and then I'll talk to you in the future.
System. He now gets to choose an additional trade point.
They fucked it up!
He now gets to choose an additional trade point at each major level. After an intense and thrilling season of heists, the Outlaw season is drawing to a close. In the upcoming season, we're diving headfirst into something completely different. A mysterious, unexplored plane called the Overrealm.
Yeah, right.
Let's talk about what's waiting for you in the Overrealm. We're talking a deep, multi-layer seasonal mechanic with stack rewards, a progression system that completely redefines the talent system, new build-defining gear, and of course, a new hero trait that's going to open up some insane build possibilities.
Oh shit.
Now, without further ado, let's jump right in. First, let's break down the new seasonal mechanic, the Overrealm. So, while you're blasting through the Netherrealm, you're going to stumble across these weird doors. Interact with them, kill whatever pops out, and you'll tear open a gateway to its world. Think of the Overrealm as a series of time rifts, but with a twist. Jump into the first layer and just start annihilating everything. Your goal is to kill them as quickly as possible to fill your containment progress bar. Max out the bar, and a new door to the next layer will appear, letting you push even deeper. Initially, you can go up to 4 layers deep. The further you go, the harder it gets, and the more it pays out. But the timer is unforgiving. When it runs out, your run is over. So efficiency and route planning are key. The Overrealm is dense and intense, so we're giving you a new tool to turn that chaos into profit. Meet the Bottle Shadow. As you fill your containment progress bar in the Overrealm, you'll capture random shadows inside this bottle. Each captured shadow grants a powerful drop-related bonus for the rest of your current run. Now, this can be anything, giving monsters a chance to drop extra flame fuel, increasing its rarity, or even granting a chance for an enemy to drop an additional piece of matchless or higher legendary gear. So the magic happens when it starts stacking. If you get lucky and capture the same type of shadow multiple times, the stacking bonuses can get crazy. Imagine stacking fuel drop chance, fuel upgrade chance, a mod that converts gear drops to fuel, and a chance to double all fuel drops. Yeah, the loot explosions this season are gonna be insane. Now, the Overrealm isn't really a stable place. When you enter a new layer, you might trigger a disturbance. These are essentially special map mods. For example, the Resurrection Disturbance might cause defeated monsters to respawn in a new form, granting bonus drop quantity. The Fall Disturbance will cause tentacles to rain from the sky, dealing heavy damage but also spawning waves of enemies loaded with extra loot. These events are dangerous and will test you, but they all follow a core TLI principle.
Yeah,
the higher the risk, the greater the rewards.
It's a level 6 pet
Now,
season.
your progress isn't
Oh
just
my
reset every run. You'll earn a currency called Abnormal Gaze that you can use to unlock permanent upgrades in the Containment Dossier. This is basically a passive tree for the seasonal mechanic. You can unlock quality of life stuff like having drops gather for you, increasing the deepest layer you can reach, and
you don't have to pick
this is
stuff
a
up when
big
you're in
one,
there.
a returning anchor. It's a personal teleporter you can place anywhere in the Overrealm to instantly zip back to. Perfect for optimizing your runs and not wasting a second on the clock. Unlocking these nodes does more than just give you passive bonuses. They also add to the pool of things that can randomly appear inside the Overrealm. You might find a reverse clock to extend your timer. A living gun may spawn, floating beside you and automatically firing at nearby mobs. Or you could trigger the Anti-Mimetic Cage, which traps you and summons a pack of elites that drop a massive pile of loot.
Damn.
On top of that, special rare enemies now roam the Overrealm, like the loot-heavy floating skull and a mysterious hidden boss known only as the Door Hunter.
The Door Hunter.
Next up, this season's new hero trait.
The old man always says,
Are we binging, boys?
"Bing! Don't do this! Don't do that!"
What happens when our resident demolitions expert Bing decides to trade random explosions for methodical genius?
I don't know. What
That's
does
the
happen?
idea behind his
He's
new
in for 3
trait,
trillion, he's
creative genius. This trait totally overhauls his playstyle. Bing's bombs are gone and replaced by 2 powerful inspiration machines.
Okay.
He now generates whimsy essence and ingenuity essence, which fuel the machines. Think of it as a
I'm already
two-part system.
confused.
The blue machine is your setup and debuff, while the red machine is your massive damage payoff. But the real game changer is Bing's new trade point system. He now gets to choose an additional trade point at each major level threshold. This means he has more opportunities for customization than any other hero.
Okay.
And speaking of customization, this season we're introducing a new layer of customization that will
Okay, here we go.
completely change
Here
how
we
you
go.
build your characters. Let's talk about the new growth system, Ethereal Prism. The Ethereal Prism is a new type of item that you can install directly onto one of your advancement talent panels, located beneath your base talent panel. So once socketed, it fundamentally alters that panel, supercharging existing main talents or even replacing them with entirely new ones. There are over 20 of those new main talents. For example, Effortless Command. It grants you so much
What?
energy that it unlocks every single support slot for all of your skills. So for builds that need multiple 6 links,
Wait, isn't there a
this is gonna be a
support
true
that
game
does
changer.
like shit with
Fortune
unspent? No, it's
For the real
unspent
gamblers
energy
out
and,
there.
Major talent.
This
right?
talent grants you lucky damage, lucky critical strikes, and lucky evade. Now the trade-off, there's a 1/3 chance that any non-main skill you use will simply fail to cast. Guaranteed Reaping. Reaping builds are getting a powerful new tool. This talent lets you consume your max spell burst stacks to trigger a corresponding number of additional reaps. Now, all of those extra reaps are released as explosions, providing some serious area clear. Finally, Dark Advance, a huge buff for summoners. Now, this talent greatly reduces Dark Age's cooldown and increases its charges. What's more, it has a teleport to your Dark Age skill, effectively
nice for
turning it
minion
into a
builds.
powerful mobility tool. Beyond creating new main talents, the Ethereal Prism has another strategic layer. When socketed,
It's
it
fucking-
radiates energy,
Dude, what
granting
the fuck?
additional bonus effects to all nearby talent nodes. This creates a puzzle. Do you place it in a spot that covers the most nodes possible, or you position it to
It's time
supercharge
lost
a few
jewels.
specific crucial talents.
But crazy,
And
yeah.
if that's not enough customization, you can also calibrate your prism. This function lets you add up to 3 powerful affixes directly to the prism itself, allowing you to perfectly min-max it for your character. But of course, taking into account its build-breaking potential, the talent system only allows to equip one standard ethereal prism at a time. Now, I said you could equip
Wait, did he
one
say each
standard
tree or
prism,
just...
but there is also an exceptionally rare and powerful variant, the mirror prism.
Oh god.
This special mirror variant has a mirror image effect.
Yay!
Reflects talent
I can't
nodes
wait
from
to
one side
use
of the panel
this.
to the other
Oh,
one.
what do you mean?
Centered
Xi
on the panel's
Yaopeng has
middle.
4 million of
The
them
real power
on day
comes
2.
from the fact that
What
the
do you
values of these
mean?
reflected nodes are randomly adjusted. Next up, we're bringing something totally new to the skill system: combo skills.
Oh my god,
This
bro.
season,
What
we're
are they
introducing
doing?
a completely new skill system designed to bring a fresh feel to combat. Combo skills. Think of it like a fighting game. You have combo starters to build up combo points, and combo finishers that spend those points for a massive damage bonus.
I'm in.
The more points you spend, the bigger the
I'm
bonus.
in.
So now let's look at 2 new skills.
Let me see.
For attack-based players, there's Crescent Slash. Its
Okay.
combo starter is a quick free hit flurry.
Yeah.
Its finisher is a powerful charging slash that fires off 4 damaging shockwaves. You can then use its exclusive support skills to customize it. Crescent Slash Rising transforms the finisher into a single, massive shockwave that instantly triggers deterioration on enemies, giving you immediate dot burst. Crescent Slash Flash ramps up your attack speed and the hit frequency of the finisher.
Jesus Christ.
For spellcasters, we have Serpent Beam. The combo starter fires a ricocheting beam of fire that chains between nearby enemies. The finisher unleashes a single, high-damage beam
Why is
to
she using
nuke
an axe?
your target. Its supports open up new build paths. Torrent allows the finisher to work with Spellburst system, while Dual Spirits summons a Phantom Serpent that fires
I
an
know, I'm
additional
more
beam
curious.
alongside.
Why is she using an axe?
And of course, we've added a full brand new ecosystem of items and talents to support these new skills. First, the new legendary gear. The Vachrach handguards are
The what?
powerful gloves designed for combo builds, but they also introduce a brand new stat you'll see this season:
Excuse you.
Infiltration. More on that later.
Easy
The
for you to
body
say.
girdle is a belt that provides significant attack and cast speed, perfect for speeding up your combos. The Heart of an Imita is a necklace that gives you new ways to generate combo points, increasing your finisher uptime while also packing some valuable damage reduction. We're also introducing some new Kismets. Dual Kismet Peerless lets you cast your finisher an extra time in a sequence.
Are we just gonna
but
combo
with a
build?
stricter condition, making it a powerful choice for high investment builds. The Kismet Ascetic gives your finisher a scaling chance to deal double damage based on the number of combo
You copying
points you
me?
spend.
Shall I
The
just YOLO a
Kismet Tiger's
combo
Chain
build?
is a big one. It turns your combo starter into a vacuum, pulling nearby enemies towards you. The more you use your finisher, the larger the pull radius becomes. Now, speaking of, with all these new items and skills kind of based around a martial arts kind of theme, you might be guessing what kind of hero is going to be coming down the line. But that's something for another season preview. We've also introduced some new mechanics to our core combat gameplay. Let's quickly go over them. We felt the pool of general buffs and debuffs you could build around needed some expanding. So we're adding a new batch of mechanics to give you more tools to play with. For buffs, we've got stuff like Hasten, a powerful new speed buff that chooses your attack, cast, and movement speed all at once,
8%
while
additional.
also lowering the
attack cast move
cooldown
speed.
of your mobility skills. Fortitude, a new defensive layer that enhances your hardened
Each
effects.
attack fortitude additional.
Aggression, a dedicated buff for attack builds, ramping up your attack speed, movement speed, and attack damage. You can now also apply new debuffs like Frail and Torment. For spellcasters and damage over time players, we're adding Frail, a debuff
Okay.
that makes enemies take increased spell damage, and Torment, which amplifies damage over time.
Okay.
And remember that new Infiltration stat we teased at? Now here it is. Infiltration is a new category of powerful elemental debuffs that not only increases the elemental damage an enemy takes, but also applies a secondary debilitating effect. Fire Infiltration makes enemies take increased fire damage and reduces their skill area of effect. Cold Infiltration makes enemies take increased cold damage and reduces their movement speed. Lightning Infiltration makes enemies take increased lightning damage and reduces their attack and cast speed.
Sequencing.
Let's take a quick look at the build-defining items you'll be able to find in the Overrealm. Verdant Steps. These boots are a must-have for Spirit Magus builds. They grant you element immunity based on your Origin of Spirit Magus effect, and you can even convert incoming damage you take into a corresponding element, providing a huge defensive boost. Krogal's Roar. Warcry builds are getting a powerful new helmet. Krogal's Roar rewards you for using a rotation of different Warcries by increasing their minimum target count and significantly lowering their cooldowns. Demon's Touch. Before, you loved Death's Touch. This season made its brother. These gloves turn your offhand weapon into a pure stat stick. It disables offhand attacks, but adds your offhand's final damage directly to the main hand's base damage. The scaling potential here is going to be absolutely insane.
We're going one-handed train again.
Touch. The popular Dot Unique is returning with a complete rework. It now provides affliction per second based on your affliction effect, and unleashes a massive damage over time reap when nearby enemies hit their max affliction stacks. On top of that, we've buffed the numbers on affliction-related affixes across the board this season.
What?
So
Why?
expect Dot builds to feel incredibly strong.
Affliction was already insane.
Speaking of community submissions, one of the community submitted Kismet designs is also making its way in-game. We've all been there. You find a sweet dream item with an incredible positive affix.
Yeah.
But the negative effect is just too brutal to use. Well, that's about to change.
Hold.
Introducing Dual Kismet, Destiny's Betrayal.
What?
Once you equip this Kismet, all negative effects from Dream Interpretation are inverted and turned into positive ones. Suddenly, those terrifying affixes that everyone used to avoid become powerful new bonuses. This Kismet opens up an entirely new dimension of itemization.
You guys aren't touching
and
these.
we can't wait to see the powerful
You are not
combinations you
touching
guys
them.
are gonna discover. Now, let's talk about some of the revamps and
You will never
reworks
touch
coming to
one.
classic build archetypes. To enhance the playability of some classic builds, we've reworked the selection of their core legendary items. Legendaries that convert resistance into damage, like Frozen Path and Fleeting Sky, have had their stats strengthened and their conversion rate caps raised. Armor stacking builds. This archetype is now getting more offensive power. The mid-game Unbreakable Armor no longer
I'm not
applies
getting one
armor
either,
to
bro.
your
What do you
barrier,
mean?
but instead grants additional attack damage once you hit an armor threshold. For the endgame, Clinch Spring has been massively buffed to grant a significant physical damage bonus to attacks based on your total armor. Bloodthirst builds. The core legendary for this archetype, Crimson King, has undergone a major rework. It now provides a significant boost to both the build survivability and its damage output. Spellburst builds are getting a huge round of updates this season. First, we've removed the downside from the play-safe main talent. It no longer reduces the damage of skills cast normally,
Yo, no, thank you,
giving
man.
you much more flexibility. Next, the Solid River helmet has been completely reworked. Your
Already?
Spellburst charge speed now grants a significant on-hit damage bonus, and activating a burst will restore life and energy shield.
Wait, that
Here's
looks
the
kinda
game
crazy.
changer. Once you hit a certain charge speed threshold, reaching your mass burst stacks will now automatically cast your main skill on enemies in a large area and attempt to trigger its spell burst. This turns the build into a powerful and smooth autocaster. To support this new playstyle, we've also added new legendaries, like Law of Greed. It grants you a random buff for each layer of spell burst you have, and even lets your attack speed bonus apply to your burst charge speed, at the cost of reserving some mana. Also, good news for melee players. Leap attack is getting a massive field improvement.
Oh,
We've increased its base leap distance by 50% and adjusted attack speed so that shorter leaps strike faster. Most importantly, if you leap into a wall or obstacle, you'll now slide along it, just like Spiral Strike. No more getting stuck on pebbles. Last season's rework of the Necklace of Firebird was quite popular, and we're making a few more key improvements based on your feedback. Equipping the necklace now properly replaces your main skill with Barrier Burst, which can be fully modified by supporting gems to other main skill affixes. To address its lower cast frequency compared to other spells, we've also made it so that Barrier Burst can now trigger Spell Burst, giving it the damage potential it deserves. Beyond addressing individual builds, we also have to address fundamental game progression.
Yes, please do.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room.
The grind.
The grind.
Okay,
We know
wait,
the
hold on.
progression last season missed the mark for a lot of you.
Wait a minute.
Many complained the grind was a bit too much.
Yeah.
And you know how the jump from Time Mark 8 to Profound felt less like a curve and, kind of more like hitting a brick wall. So this season we are addressing these pain points head on. Our primary focus was on smoothing out the difficulty curve, especially the massive jumping time and investment required to get from Time Mark 8 to Profound. Our goal is to shorten the time it takes to bridge that gap. Now, let's discuss some of the key changes we made. First, crafting is cheaper. We have half the Ember cost for crafting T1 affixes on all non-priceless gear. This should make the transition much less expensive. Curse unlocks. We've tripled the race for confusing dreams in Dream Interpretation, making it much easier and consistent to unlock your curses. Compass availability.
This isn't an early
Pretty
game
sure
thing.
compasses are
This isn't
always
an
a
early game
valuable
thing,
part of
no.
your mapping strategy. Rare quality compasses are returning this season. We're also doing a massive overhaul of the entire compass system, but more on that later. To smooth out that awkward period after using a time transition capsule, the level requirement
hate
for the
that.
highest tier weapons
I
has
hate
been
when that
lowered
happens.
From level 88 to
When I use my
86,
time transition capsule and
letting
it's an
you start
awkward
new
period.
heroes and jump into your new build even faster. Finally, we're making it easier to build defenses for deep space. Getting immunity to every single elemental ailment was a pain.
It
So,
was.
we're changing those single immune to X affixes on gear to avoid X elemental ailment. It's a change that makes stacking your
Nice.
defenses way more flexible and achievable.
Nice. That's good.
Now that we've discussed
I don't
much
know
of
how
the
much
new
that
content
addresses the
coming to
grind, though.
this
Those
season,
two changes.
let's discuss
I
things
don't
such
really
as
know
the
about
outlaw
it.
mechanic going core and some changes to some of our classic mechanics. First, let's talk about the outlaw mechanic. We know many of you
I don't think
found it
so.
had some issues last season. The encounters took too long, maybe you thought the rewards felt kind of underwhelming, and we know the bodyguards were often frustrating. We've taken that feedback and made some major adjustments as it becomes a permanent part of the game. First, pacing and combat. The duration of a carjack encounter has been shortened to 25 seconds.
Okay.
We've also greatly reduced the invincibility duration on bodyguards and significantly increased their spawn rate. The goal is a fast-paced and satisfying combat loop. As far as progression goes, we've removed the tower coin currency and streamlined the crime rating progression to be faster and more convenient. Your crime rating will now directly affect the maximum number of enemy waves, smoothing out the reward curve. We've also made the central vault a more efficient and rewarding experience.
Oh, nice, dude. Vault.
The number of small strong rooms has been halved to speed up the
Did you even
runs.
get those
And
tickets
the drop
yet?
rate for the Professor's Source Spec Spirit now has a guaranteed progressive trigger for more stable rewards. As far as integration goes, the Outlaw mechanic will still be your source for mods
The
and
pet has a
chips
guaranteed
for the tower
proc?
sequence system. We've also added a full suite of NetherRealm talents and compasses for it, allowing you to juice the difficulty and the rewards of your
Sorry, I don't know what that noise was.
The boss lineup in the Supreme Showdown has also rotated once again. On floor 20, the False God of Symbiosis makes its return.
No,
On
wait,
floor
who's the
21,
false god of
the
symbiosis?
Lord of
Is
the
that
Void sees
Keegan?
stands guard. And in the Hidden Challenge,
I'm not
the
doing
Goblin
it. I'm
High
not doing it.
Crucifier
You cannot
has
make me do
replaced the
it.
Plateau
You cannot make me
Dragonborn
do it.
Beast.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
This
doing it.
season's
I'm not doing it.
returning
I'm not doing
mechanic
it. No,
is condensed energy.
I'm not doing it.
You pick up energy orbs on the
I'm
battlefield
not doing
to
it.
form a shield
I'm not doing it.
that can withstand a lethal hit. After the shield is maxed out, each additional orb you collect grants you a stacking damage buff.
And oh, it's
but also
literally that
stacking
season
slowly.
again.
You'll need to weigh the pros and cons yourself.
No, it's
We're
not
also
going
continuing
all
to add
over
a ton
again.
of quality of life improvements to existing content. First, we've renovated
Ooh,
the
what's
Blade
this?
Breaker boss room. When you're defeated, you will now revive on a safe separate floating island, preventing you from getting killed again the moment you respawn.
Right, everyone's an
Next,
expert, that boss
we're
now.
making the hot
Ooh.
streak system much less punishing.
Okay.
Using a tower token affix no longer costs a true fossil.
Thank
and we've
God,
boosted
dude.
the
Those
odds
are
of
so
rolling
dumb.
high-tier affix values.
Those are so dumb.
Most importantly, failing a tower token corrosion roll will no longer destroy your entire legendary item. It will now
Wasn't that the
only
point?
remove the base affix you were trying to reroll.
Okay. Changes to mapping.
We also received a ton of feedback regarding the looting experience last season.
beaconing?
We reflected on these issues and we're implementing a large-scale overhaul this season. This includes major changes to compasses, netherrealm talents, and more. Our main goal with these changes was to reduce friction, frustration, and to make your mapping strategies feel more rewarding.
Yeah.
First,
Okay.
let's start with
Talking
the
the
compass
language.
system. We felt that too many of the compasses were just simple stat increases. So we've added a batch of new legendary compasses designed to fundamentally change your mapping.
Oh.
First, the Divine Mechanical Compass. It adds several secondary statues to the mechanical god encounters. You have to protect these
What?
new statues, but
They make
each
more
one you save
statues.
grants you a pile of extra loot.
Ooh.
Onslaught Might Compass. This turns the God of Might statue into a giant,
I'm not doing God
invincible
of Might.
dwarven automaton
I don't like
that
God of
attacks
Might.
you throughout the map. If you can survive to stage 15, it becomes vulnerable. Take it down for a massive reward.
Okay, maybe.
Flourishing God's
Maybe.
Compass. This one is for the players who love to boss rush. Each time you complete any 6 Gods gameplay, you gain a stacking buff that massively increases the drop quantity for the next 6 Gods encounter you do. Generous and bountiful elite compasses. We're adding more ways to choose rare monsters.
Okay.
Compass increases
That's
their
a pretty
drop
good
quantity,
already.
while the other gives them a chance to become blessed, making them far more dangerous, but also more rewarding. Just as importantly, we want to
Okay.
make sure everyone can
Res
actually
are
engage
good.
with these systems.
Good for Russian,
So
isn't
to
it?
that end, we've downgraded several popular high-end compasses, like the Flourishing Might and Brilliant Mechanical Compasses, to rare quality and significantly increase their drop rates. The rare quality collection ball
Really?
compass will also be returning. This should make these key mapping
Purple
tools
compass
much
bang.
more accessible and affordable for everyone.
Why do they keep putting them in
Also
and taking
making
them
some targeted
out?
adjustments to the
Over and over
netherrealm
again.
talent constellations to improve
In the
specific
alien
strategies.
level, the ashes
The
drop
Might
during
talent
the trial of
constellation has
God's
been
strength have a
improved.
15%
The old
chance
talent
of
that
being
reduces terror
copied.
damage area has
You
been
see what I have
changed
to deal with on the
increase
PTR,
terror
by the way?
damage and
What the fuck does that
significantly
mean?
boosts
I know what it
drops.
means.
The hunting talent constellation
shouldn't have
is
to know
being
what it
pushed
means.
further into a high-risk, high-reward identity, with both its difficulty and its drop potential being greatly increased. In addition, to help you develop early-stage looting strategies, we have added a new talent in the Profound Talent constellation. When you complete any 6 Gods gameplay, you will gain 1 stack of Blessing.
Okay.
Upon reaching 4 stacks of Blessing, a God's Treasure chest will be awarded. The chest contains
Holy.
a large amount of commodity-type items.
Wait,
with a
so
chance
you
to
have to
obtain
do-
6 God emblems
You have
and
to
a
do
dog compass.
all 4 gods
Finally,
in one
for
map?
our most dedicated endgame players, we're introducing
Oh,
a
yeah,
brand new,
KC, this looks sick.
high-risk, high-reward mechanic.
This is the best
You'll
reveal
find
they've done in a
these
long
special
time.
cages in your maps.
They went crazy
First,
mode.
you defeat its guardians. Then, you attack the cage itself. As you damage it, the cage's seal will weaken, periodically releasing extremely powerful, original sin creatures, beings far stronger than even blast monsters, but with loot to match. This is a true endgame challenge, and it was originally designed to be run in deep space, and it has its own talent nodes and confusion cards to support it.
What?
Clear burnout and ever-increasing game complexity has also kind of been a point of contention amongst the community in recent seasons. We know with every season the list of systems you have to engage with just gets longer and longer, and this can kind of make the game feel a little bit bloated. To address this issue and
thank you,
present a more
GG.
coherent
Appreciate it,
game experience, we have decided to experiment with rotating or removing certain overly complex mechanics.
Ah, God.
After a lot of consideration, the first system we'll be retiring is Soul Candles. This was a system from early in the game's life, and its functionality has actually largely been replaced by newer, more accessible progression systems. We found that its complicated rules, huge affix pool, and layers of RNG made it a massive resource drain.
I hurt for the
even
city
sometimes
mains,
a point
but
of frustration for many. We believe
down
we
for
can
this.
provide a better experience by removing it and improving the content that was originally associated with. Retiring the Soul Candle system allows us to completely refocus
I mean,
and
they can
improve
still
its
do
core
cool
gameplay,
stuff with
the
City
City
anyway.
of Eterna. As such,
Here we go.
the
Here we
City of
go.
Eterna is now getting a major overhaul.
Okay.
First, new rewards. We've adjusted the loot tables and added new Ember rooms, turning the city into a dedicated place for farming embers. 2 of the powerful new legendaries we showed earlier, Kregal's Roar and Torturer's Touch, will now be exclusive drops from Eterna. The Songs of Eterna talent tree has also been updated. All Soul Candle nodes are gone, replaced with new nodes that unlock and enhance the new Ember rooms. We've also changed the reset.
So this is where you get
logic.
ambushed,
You
dude.
can now fully respec all miner nodes at any time. If you had invested in Eternal Pack Spirits, they're getting a major buff. Their old Soul Candle drop nodes have been changed to increase global drop quantity, making them more powerful and useful everywhere in the game. Now, of course, we understand that even with these improvements, some of you may just want to move on from Eternal. To respect that, we're running a special one-season-long event called the Pack Spirit Exchange, Monument of Reforge. During this event, you'll have the option to exchange your Eternal Pack Spirits, like Monument Knight, Lattice, and Shocket, for a special Pack Spirit essence. This essence can then be traded for a drop Pack Spirit selection pack of your choice. This is a completely optional way for you to repurpose your investment if you so choose.
Ha! You can't get
And don't worry,
Professor
you can
Swords,
always
losers.
reobtain any exchange pack spirits later through the normal boon system. But please note that this event will only last for the Overrealm season, and any changes are irreversible. So consider your options carefully.
I'm doing that instantly, bro. I'm doing that
We're
instantly.
always working hard to improve the core experience of TLI. As such, we have a long-term roadmap of quality of life changes and updates
I don't
that
need
we
my
want to bring
secret.
to the game.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's quickly go over some of those making it online this season. First up, the Trade House. We've done some major back-end work this season to clean things up a bit. You'll now see far fewer items which have already been sold, cluttering your search results.
Again, yep,
In
perfect.
addition, we've greatly reduced the delay that occurs when listing items,
Lovely.
from up to 10 minutes down to at most 1 minute. So now reasonably priced items can be sold much faster. We've also fixed the price checking logic for commodities, so you'll get much more accurate real-time pricing. Next, a massive change to crafting and trading. Corrosion. We found that many corroded base affixes are crucial to build crafting, but because corrosion
Yes.
causes binding, such items cannot freely circulate, greatly increasing the cost to obtain them and causing some powerful bases that
Yes.
kinda don't feel your current
Dude,
build
we
to just
needed
lose their
this.
value. Starting this season, when a legendary item's corrosion result is a mutation, the item will no longer be bound. Next up, the stat panel. We're breaking down more stats, like showing you the difference between focus speed bonus and additional focus speed bonus, so you can better see how your gear actually affects your numbers. Next up, ailment logic. We've made two key improvements to how ailments work. First, killing an enemy now counts for proccing ailments. For example, if you have a 100% frostbite chance, one-shotting a mob will still apply the effect.
Oh, okay.
Second, we fix the overwrite logic. Your powerful ailments will no longer be overwritten by weaker ones from other sources.
Ah.
Next up, we're bringing some changes to hardcore mode.
It's been 10 years.
So to be perfectly honest,
They
we
needed
were
that.
unsatisfied with the previous iteration of hardcore.
Hang on. Are we
Opening
going
concurrently
hardcore?
with the season server meant that players actually did not have enough preparation or knowledge going into it. And there was also the issue of incentives actually not
Hold on.
being clear enough. So with this season, we're deciding to test out something totally different. Our first priority is to give all players time to learn the new challenges and mechanics of the new season, while at
they're
the
gonna do
same
it like
time
an event?
providing greater incentives to actually partake in hardcore. To that end, hardcore mode will now open 4 weeks after the official season
Interesting.
starts.
It's gonna suck for them this
For
time.
this
'cause PoE,
season, that will be on Monday, November 6th. Hardcore mode will also now come with a new ranking mode, which comes with its series of exclusive rewards. Hardcore will receive more love going forward, with even more exclusive events planned for the future. Finally, we're overhauling the game's audio.
Again.
We're rolling out a new mixing scheme that makes combat feel more visceral.
Oh yeah.
Explosions and unhit effects will also have more crunch and impact. We've also tweaked skill and voiceover sounds to be less harsh on the ears, and balanced the background music to create a more immersive atmosphere.
Okay. It's better. It's better. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
And finally,
Now we're talking.
let's go over the new events, pack spirits, and cosmetics coming with the Overrealm season. We have
Listen
a full
up.
suite of events prepared under the Torchlight Overrealm containment banner. First, the Anomaly Archive.
Love that.
This is our new daily check-in event.
Oh, yeah.
Log in each day to claim supplies with
Who's she
rewards,
and is she
including
single?
up to a 10 draw for Battle Pack Spirit.
Wait, is she a clanker?
Next up,
Never
Case
mind.
File the Door. This is a main activity event. By completing Overrealm runs,
She's a
you'll
clanker,
earn
dude.
progress towards a ton of rewards, including Pack Spirit Crystals, a rare seasonal draw Pack Spirit, and an exclusive weapon appearance. New player support. We are
Ooh,
also
new player
introducing
support.
2 new systems aimed at helping new players get started.
Yes!
First, the Dropper 7-day check-in event will net you a selectable legendary drop
Finally,
pack spirit,
dude. How
as
hard
well
was
as
this?
an
Should have
extra
this
10
fucking
battle
5
pack
seasons
goals.
ago.
And by completing the campaign, you will receive the Activation Medium Motionless to help you jumpstart smoother gameplay and mapping. With the Realm Conquest Tower, we've also added some new late-game events. In Profound Time Arc 8, you'll have a chance to earn Conquest Insignias from playing Watchers. Collect enough, and you can exchange them for weapon skins that look just like the ones the Watchers themselves use. Oh, and by the way,
Cool.
these insignias are fully tradable on the auction house. Next up, Packed Spirits, Key of Overrealm. This is a seasonal drop pet. It has a chance to duplicate
You
any
can buy
items
MTX.
that drop in the seasonal mechanic and helps you capture more bottle shadows. And for her Battle Pack Spirit, meet Squiddle. Her Squid Nova ability is a massive boost to skills triggered by Spellburst, making her the perfect companion for the newly reworked Spellburst builds and Bing's new creative genius trait. And finally, the
Squid
Black Sail
Nova.
Season's Pack Spirit, Starfish Chanter, has been added to Past Memories. You can also select her from this season's legendary Pack Spirit selection pack.
About damn time.
Finally, let's take a look at all the new cosmetics.
Who's that? That's Selena. Oh, God, maybe I'm running back Selena, huh?
And if you missed out on some
That's
of the
big.
most popular outfits from past seasons, we're bringing back the Savage Shadows, Sweetheart Shooting Star, and Divine Punishment Apocalypse sets for direct purchase at a discount.
Wrap it up, dude.
Okay, quick recap. We've got the brand new Overrealm seasonal mechanic, a new trait for Bing, the game-changing customizable talent system, the new
Forgot about
combo
that.
skill
Dude, there's so
system,
much, I forgot
a
stuff.
massive overhaul to progression and
Good job we
loot,
had a wrap up.
tons of new legendaries, balance changes, tons of quality of life updates, and so much more. The Overrealm season is right around the corner, coming October 10. We can't wait to see you all on launch day. Now stay tuned for the final patch notes and more news coming soon. That's all for today, and we'll catch you all in the next one.